ShareThis is one of Aster's customers. They actually provide a sharing site for sharing information, articles, content from one user to another. As an example, they have ESPN, Disney, MTV, and others as publishers, and they have a little button that says Share This, where a consumer or user can click on that and share a particular article or piece of content, media content, from that particular website to either their Facebook account, to Dig, to their blog, or some other location. ShareThis is also Amazon's largest customer on EC2. They've got a multi-terabyte system that's running. In fact, they run everything on the cloud. They leverage Aster nCluster Cloud Edition for their core data warehouse, but they also run MicroStrategy on the cloud. They leverage Aster for backup, for integration with MicroStrategy, for data loading, and for multiple other activities. Pretty much their entire business is run in the cloud. One of the great quotes from Lennon Gali, who's the director of BI at ShareThis, is that they leverage Aster for multiple things. They love the parallelism and the ease of use and the scalability and all of those other things. But a quote from Lennon is that they also love the ability in this distributed computing environment to run MapReduce inside the database, enabling them to get significant lower latencies and query times and significantly deeper insights. Here's a case study on how we've been able to help ShareThis via SQL MR or SQL MapReduce. The analytic challenge they had was to be able to run data mining and statistical analysis on large data sets to understand behavior. To understand this, what they actually do is they publish information that they use internally, as well as what's leveraged by their large and growing publisher community. In order to understand sharing behavior, they capture a lot of information, and they need to be able to run data mining and stats on that. Some of the insights, for example, could be a count of the most shared web pages or content, could be an analysis of who's sharing the most, could be an analysis of the biggest trends, what content is being shared the most at what times of day, and how long after a particular piece of content has been published. And also downstream behavior. For example, after content has been shared once from a particular user to himself or somebody else, whether or not that content has been subsequently shared. A huge amount of interesting behavior analysis to understand key trends, what's hot, and understand influencers. The traditional approach they've used in the past was a database approach that required multiple complex iterations. By ingesting this huge amount of data on EC2 that they capture, they have to do multiple selects, they have to parse the data, multiple temp tables, extremely tedious sorts. All of that was extremely time-intensive using a traditional database approach. The solution they developed in conjunction with Aster was they leveraged something we call the nPath SQL MR function. nPath provides sequential pattern analysis, but it does that over a large amount of data. It can actually do it over a single pass of data as opposed to multiple iterations that need to be materialized on disk. By leveraging nPath to gain deep insights into different patterns and be able to understand behavior, they were able to gain two significant benefits. One was they were able to significantly optimize their SQL code, reducing it from hundreds of lines of code down to a dozen lines. That minimized SQL code and also provided much better manageability. nPath also enabled ShareThis to significantly reduce the cycle time, cutting down what used to take in a traditional database approach many hours down to less than 10 minutes. By cutting down the cycle time and reducing the code footprint, they were able to have much easier and better managed analytics, and they were able to get the results and the insights much faster. To understand sharing behavior and to be able to improve not only their own algorithms, but also be able to provide this deeper level of insights to their partners, which include publishers.